Good morning, everyone. This is Saturday, and it's fairly early. I've been up since 5:30, and I think it's about 9 now. And I'm downstairs, and yes, I'm going to do a video. It's going to be a video that involves a lot of different things. I got new molds in from Etsy, and the company that I have been buying from that is out of Georgia, and I get them so fast because I'm so close. And she also does free shipping. It is, I believe it's ASC on Etsy. I have contacted her to see if she wants me to put a link down to below in the description box. I haven't heard back from her yet. But it's 3 more Stamperia molds. And she sells other things like rice paper and other paper products and a little bit of paint, not much, and other things. So hopefully she'll get back in touch with me. I don't mind putting her link in because she is so fast, and I've not had any issue at all. And so I'll show you those 3 molds, and then I got a review product from Lightwish, which is, I've done a lot of Lightwish reviews. I've done a review on their regular UV resin, which I love. I've done a review on their colored resin, on their watercolors, on their markers, and they sent me a little travel. I'll show it to you. It's right here. I'm sitting down right now, so it's a little bit. Uh-oh, I just dropped. Hold on a minute. Oh. Oh, goodness. That's what happens when I sit down, because I'm on the stool, and I'll show you the stool in just a minute. It's this, and I showed it to you when I got it, but that's all I've done with it. So I thought we would use this in with the combination of the other items that they sent me, so I could finally get that review done. I do like Lightwish products. I've not been unhappy with any of them. And then I thought we'd do some kind of crafting. Now I am going to, instead of doing a regular watercolor painting with these, I have these that I poured on the last video. And also those. I want to see what the watercolors does on this color, and then of course on the white. And then some of y'all have asked about the kits that I said something about a couple of videos ago. And basically what they are is I pour a mold, which I'll be pouring a mold today. I'll be pouring 3 molds. Whatever those molds are, it's $10 for that set. Already mold. You're not buying the mold, you're buying the pieces that are poured from the mold with a 10-minute cure polyurethane resin, and plus whatever the shipping is. And that's the way it works. And if you're interested in a kit, then you just need to email me at my email, which is always in the description box. And if you don't know how to get to the description box, up underneath where the video is and the title of the video, there's like a little description thing, and you'll see more. You click on the word more, and it opens up this whole big description box. And that's where you'll find any link of mine that's there. That's where you'll find my Amazon wish list. That's where you'll find Buy Me a Coffee. That's where you'll find any of my affiliate links. They're all there. Every video, they're always there, and that's where you'll also find my email. Now, I did change my email, trying to make it a little bit easier for y'all. But you need to look you need to look at it, because it's all spelled together. It's not separate words. But it's the name of my YouTube channel, which is Southern Lady Artistic Creations, but it's all together at gmail.com. And I've had a couple of people that and I've been known to do this too, and this is the reason why I'm saying this, misspell it. And so if you just go to the description box and do a copy and paste, that's the most simplest way. But it is Southern Lady Artistic Creations, and artistic is where I would mess up every time. Artistic Creations at gmail.com. And I'm not tech savvy to put that up on my screen. So you need to look at the description box. I'll try to put it in the pinned comments. That might be easier for you to find. I'll put it won't be highlighted. I don't know why it doesn't do that. It's not like a link to take you there, but it will be where you can just copy and paste it from the pinned comments. That might be a little bit easier. Okay, well, I'm going to flip this around and we're going to get started. I hope y'all are having a good Saturday morning. Okay. And whoop, just like that, it gets bigger. Yeah, I tried to sand these down. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't like backs looking like that. So what I think I'm going to do is use some glitter and some UV resin and make the backs look nice too. Same thing with that. I didn't even try to sand that down. And see, they're all like that. So I think that's the best thing to do there. Okay. We will get started with these molds first. And I would suggest you grab a coffee or a snack, depending on when you're watching this. Because it is going to be a long one. It's going to be involved because I'm doing several different things, which I do a lot on my videos. Okay, this is the new Stamperia molds. These are the owls with the fences. And I'll tell you what, I've got a list of 10 more of these from the same company, which I won't buy all at the same time, because they are between $21 and $24 a piece. That's the owls. There's flowers. That's a fence. And of course we'll be pouring these today also. And when I pour the new molds, to show you what the new molds, this is where the kits come in. This is where, if I do them in black or white, whatever I do them, and I don't take the time to really clean them up, I try to not over pour, and I try not to, but it's $10 as is. I can guarantee you they're not going to be perfect. That I can guarantee you. And these are the picture frames, which I'm really excited about. And then these, they're calling these stars, okay? But they sure do look like snowflakes to me. Well, some of them do. That one does, that one does, that one, that one, that one, that one. These could be different stars. Those are... And that could be, but we're going to pour them, and we're going to see what they look like. But I'm going to set these over here for right now, because now this is Lightwish Travel Paint Set, and this is what they sent me, and I love this. And if I ever get to Connecticut, I plan on taking this with me, because it's just got your primary colors, which you can get just about any other color you want from that. It also has your swatch paper here, which I love, because you can swatch the paints and know what they look like once water has been added. And then you have this handy dandy, this clips on here, and I'll show you how in just a second. And I've showed you this once before, but I'm going to show you this again because we're going to be using this. This just slides right on here, right here. And then I don't have any of the clippies, but you can buy clips where you can clip. What is, something is on my nail. Hold on a minute. Black hair. Who's got black hair? I don't know anybody with black hair in this house. Okay, I got it off. But anyway, you can clip your little, and you can paint right there. And this what can hold your water. And if you don't need more than what, you know, I guess if you're left-handed, you could put that over there. And hold it with your right hand and paint with your left hand. And I can't see using, I can see me using this more and holding it this way and having the paint. Let me just get a paintbrush out and show you what I'm talking about. You would hold it there, your water would be right here, and you could hold it that way. But I don't have any clippy things. I've got these. Let's see if this won't work. I got these little bitty clip things. Let's see if I can get that to stay. And we can go ahead and do a swatch test. How about that? Okay, and these are half pans, just so you know. And we're going to let those set for just a minute. So while we're letting these set, they also sent me this. And they sent me one last year and I never used it. And I need to, this is for a calendar. And it actually has a little easel. What I need to do is I need to do a watercolor on each one of these and get this as a giveaway to somebody. A full calendar with all my watercolors on there for 2026. I may do this before the end of the year if I have time. I may do some real fast sketching watercolors on the 12 cards and give this away to someone. Put down in the comments if this is something you'd like as a giveaway. Let me know. If I get enough, then that's what I'll do. Okay. And this is what they sent me. Comes in a box. It says 100% handmade for size, color, and mixing. Easy to clean. That's the top. It comes with foamy stuff. You know I want to keep this foam stuff. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm looking for scissors to cut the tape. Let's see if we can get the tape off, because I do want to save the foamy stuff. Why is it wet? Oh, probably because I sprayed water. Okay, never mind. goodness. Oh, look at this. How nice is this? Look at that. And yes, stuff like this I appreciate. And sadly, I wish I had the time to do that every time I sent something out. I think it would be so cool. I do. Just the little bow with the twine. It's like, oh, you're getting a little present, a little gift, even though it's just, and of course, we kept some of this paper to put in resin. Oh, wow, this is so handmade. And you know, the funny thing is, now I appreciate this, okay? Is it rough? Yes, it's rough. Is it even? No, it most definitely is not even. Are there spots on it where you can feel, look at that. You see the imperfections in this? And there's many imperfections in this. And I know you think that it's nuts, but I love this because look at the little hand painted flowers on there. And this was not machine made, and I know it was not machine made, and that's what makes it even more special for me. And yes, I know, you know, some people may not appreciate that, and that's okay. But for me, I do appreciate it. And I guess because I love to create, and I know nothing that I make is perfect. I wouldn't want it to be. You know, if somebody wants something perfect, they need to just buy the machine-made stuff. And even then, I don't think you know, it's perfect either. And yes, I'm trying to, well, let me just go this way. I'm trying to save the foam. And the twine, of course, I will save. Oh, how nice is this? Oh, this is so going to go upstairs on my watercolor desk. Again, you have the same little flowers. And it's stamped Lightwish. But this is definitely handmade. Okay, and we've got one more thing in here. And more foam. So I'm going to take the box and put this over here. And put the foam and the packing stuff inside the box. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a water cup, which would be really, really cool. And I will get the link for this. They did not send me a link to where you can purchase this for anybody who wanted to buy it. But I'll look on Amazon and see if I can't find it. Now, I don't earn anything when you buy something from Lightwish, and that's okay. I'm not an affiliate with Lightwish, but they do send me products to review. And anytime somebody does that, unless it's horrible, and then, of course, I won't put a link, but I like Lightwish products, and so if I can find where they're selling it, in case you're interested in, they don't send me codes for any percentage off or anything. They just don't do that. But if I can find this, I will put a link. Every piece is wrapped with that, with a bow. And a machine didn't do this. I think the people that are making this probably wrapped it too. Oh, look at this. Oh, look. Okay. Now, they didn't stamp Lightwish. I looked for that stamp on there. Oh, this is sweet. Oh, this is most definitely going to go up in on my watercolor table upstairs. Oh, this is and if you don't, that's what that is for. In case you did not know. So I'm going to sort of this can be where I wash it out. I'm going to move this so my case does not get messed up. And this is where I'll get water if I need water. How about that? Okay. Oh, I do need to show you how you can hold this though. So let me put this back on here. Okay. And we're doing the swatch for right now. So let me get my this is going to be the lemon yellow. Oh wow, look how bright that is. Okay, I'm going to take it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and this is the deep yellow. That looks almost like orange to me. Okay, and then this is vermilion right here. I think this is like an orange color. Yeah, orange red color. But boy, these colors are rich. They're very, very vibrant. Okay, and here is rose madder, is what they're calling this. Or madder, maybe. But these colors are so, so vibrant. And then we have the royal purple, which is right here. Okay. Dan came down, so I stopped it long enough to see if it needed something. Okay, and the next one is ultramarine. I can't believe how vibrant these colors are. Okay, and the next one is, nope, these are out of whack. I think Prussian blue? Maybe not. Okay, no, they're not. Oh wow, this is almost like a navy. Denim. This reminds me of a denim blue. And then let me get some clean water. And this is supposed to be an emerald green. Wow, these colors are just... Okay, emerald green. And this one is earth green. I need a little bit more water. Earth green. Okay. And then this one is burnt sienna. Where's the tree green? Something's not right. Oh, okay, no. I do it every time, don't I? This right here should be up here to tree green. This right here should be under earth yellow. That is earth yellow right there. Okay. I do that every time. I don't know what it is. Okay. This is carbon black. We'll get this one right. Whoa. Boy, that is black right there. Okay. And then we're going to put the burnt sienna right above the carbon black. There you go. That is the color palette. And I don't know what the other color palette is for. And there's supposed to be 2 color palettes, yeah. It's the same one. So what we're going to do, see, and that worked really well. So what we're going to do is, instead of using these main colors, but I am going to get some fresh water because I want to show you how dirty that water is. That's black. And since my thing is almost full, I can just pour that in there. And the thing about this being glazed ceramic instead of plastic or even glass, this is so much easier to clean. This is just a paper towel. Had nothing on it. Absolutely nothing. Just a one paper towel, and it cleans it up. And that is the difference. Even with the plastic. And I think this is plastic. Now this has got like a finish on it. I don't think this will stain. But your plastic ones, they do. They stain and they become almost impossible to clean. And you really don't want color standing on your palette, especially when you're trying to mix colors, because that color beneath will have an effect. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate. We're going to be using the travel kit, and we'll be using this palette. I'll show you the difference in palettes too. Okay. And I want to change the color, okay? But I'm going to put some orange up here so I can grab from there and I don't have to get in there. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit over here. But I want to change this up. Okay. And so that's what I did with the... Now I'll put the original color, so you can see. Okay, I'll put the original color up underneath so you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color that's next to it and change the colors up. Okay, can you see that? I took these two colors and I mixed those together to get that, and that's what the lemon yellow is. Okay, so the next one will be, I will grab just some of this. I need more. Okay. And then we're going to grab some of the vermilion, which is more like an orange red. Okay, and then I'm going to grab that and I'm going to add it to this. And I'm going to put that right there. With the original color right below it. So you can see. Okay, this is cool because this tells you how you can mix colors, okay? And I don't want to throw those away. So we're gonna start over here with this color now. And up. And some of this. Yeah, it's dried out. I need to spray it again. Okay, and we're just going to mix those two. Okay. No, that's not the color I want. That's the color I want to put on the bottom of this. So you can see the difference. And now there's not a whole lot of difference, but there is a difference in the color. Okay. So now, let me spray this again so I don't have to keep adding. Okay. So we're going to add you see how that does there? Yeah, it's like it's just not. See how easy it is for it to go down there? That's the difference between glazed palette versus a plastic one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here so we know that is the true color that we started with. And instead, I'm just going to add the next color right on top of this to get a different color. There we go. I just want you to see how you can, with just this amount of colors, get a lot more colors. And you can even go even different with these. I could go from what I've got right there and add another color and go from there and add, but what I'm doing is I'm going from the original ones right now. Okay, so we've got this is the royal purple right here, which always looks blue to me. I don't know why they call this royal purple. Oh, I got the wrong one. Poo poo hiss. Oh, this is the royal purple. It's just going to look totally different now. Okay. Royal purple. Okay. With the ultramarine, and depending on how much you put in, that color is going to change. Now this is not going to look like much because I had the blue up underneath there to begin with. So you're really not, you can see a little bit of difference, but not much because I put that on top of the blue. But let me show, okay. Maybe I can show you here. Okay. That's what that is. Mixed. Okay. So we're going to go with the ultramarine blue, which is a really pretty color. There it is right there with more water. And then we're going to add the Prussian blue to this. And we're going to get this color. Do I like that color? And you can see the difference. Okay. Now my water is turning brown, which it should do. And so I'm going to clean it out again really fast. And once again, that's all it takes. Okay. And I'm going to clean that water out too because that's gotten a little nasty. Okay. Let me get this. Okay. Okay, and we're going to go in with this blue. I'm going to show you down here what it looks like by itself. And I'm going to get some right there. Then I'm going to add some emerald green with a Prussian blue. And I want to add a little bit more Prussian blue because I think I'm picking up, yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay. And that's almost like a true teal, dark teal color. Oh, that's one of my favorite colors right there. Okay. I hope y'all are enjoying this. See, I love this stuff, and anybody who watches me knows that I do, and I don't do it very often, but Lightwish gave me a reason to do it. So emerald green, and this shows the true emerald green color right here, which is a pretty color. That is a really pretty color in that water right there. And just so you know, okay, and let me, okay, I'm going to show you this. Let's see if I can't do it on the back of this. Yes, you can use this. If you find a color that you really like, you want to, you see that? You most definitely can use. Don't ever think anything's off limits, because it's not. If you want to do it, it's yours. You do it. It works. That's a gorgeous color. Okay. So we got the emerald green. Which is right here. And I really didn't want to have to get rid of any of these colors, because I was going to use them all. Okay. And then we're going to mix the next color, which is the tree green right here. And we're going to get this color green. And so now we're going to get the tree green, and we're going to put that right there so you can see what the tree green looks like. Which, if you notice, is totally different. And then we're going to be taking the earth yellow. While we've got the earth yellow, I'm going to just put that right there. I'm going to get some of this tree green, and we're going to mix it with the earth yellow. Ooh, and we're going to get a really pretty green this way. Oh, that should have been here. Yep, that should have been there. Oh, poo. Okay, and we're going to go with the burnt sienna. I'm going to put that right there. I don't have enough water on there. Burnt sienna. And this you can use on all your crafting. This is not just watercolor. This is just color shading. You can use the same thing with acrylics or oil. I'm just showing you how you can take and mix a small limited palette and make more colors. Okay, so the next one was the burnt sienna. I'm going to take the earth yellow, which is right next to it, and we're going to blend this to get a totally different color. And that would be this color next to the earth yellow. That's where it should have been. I just want you to see how many colors, and they complement each other because they're sitting right next to each other on the color wheel. Well, not the color wheel, but okay. Now you got the burnt sienna. Can I do that up here? No. Okay, burnt sienna. And then we're going to add some carbon black to the burnt sienna. Now the key to this is not to add too much black. And I did. And ratio to, which you can keep, but I want it to have a brown tone. Okay, here we go. Now it's very, very dark, but it is most definitely a brown tone. Now, and I'll show you on this one because it is so dark. I'll keep adding a little bit more. And you can even, yeah, see, you're getting different brown tones. And if I took and mixed the yellow, the earth yellow, in with this, and I just want to show you how many different tones you can get. You can get a totally different tone right there. And then if I wanted to come back up to the yellow, let's see if I can flip this over. Yeah, I'm going to flip this over real quick so I can show you. We've got yellow. Because most people say, oh, I don't have enough brown tints, or I don't have it. And we're going to take some of what we got and we're going to add to this yellow. We don't need to know what the black looks like. That's almost like a greenish brown color right there. you don't need a lot of colors, a lot of paint to make a lot of different colors, y'all. And now there's 12 to this. And so I've already made 24, 25, 26 colors out of this 12. And I could have multiplied that and multiplied that and multiplied that with just these 12 colors. I out of just the 4 primary, you can get multiple out of just 8. So if you're starting out, this is with acrylic, this is with oil, this is with watercolor. If you're just starting out, just get 4 of the primary colors. You want white, I guess. I don't use white much with watercolor because I use the paper. But with acrylic and oil, you sort of want to get white. You never have to get black. There's no reason to ever even buy black. You can make your own black, but most people won't. But this is just to show you how you can take colors and blend them to make more. It also shows you the vivid and brightness of Lightwish watercolors. They are so pigmented, as you can see in this swatch, which is the true colors that come in. That's very, very pigmented for watercolors. They're so bright and so vivid. And I love this little thing right here. I could be standing out somewhere with my little piece of paper and have everything I need. If I was sitting down, I would have a paper towel on my knee and I would be good to go. This is a nifty little kit right here. And I am so thankful that I have it. And I most definitely will be using it if I ever get an opportunity to travel, or even if I want to go outside my backyard, or right down to the park, or go down by the river on Riverside Drive, which we're only about a half a mile from the river here. Right now it smells really bad. I wouldn't want to be sitting there, but during the spring it's a really cool place to be. Okay, so once again we're going to just dry that out, and we're going to start. I love these. Now I don't know how much this is, but knowing what I know now and having it, would I buy it? Yes, I would, just for the simple ease. And when I get through, I mean, the paper towel's not even wet. I'm just using one paper towel, and I'm just wiping it out. Okay. And because I don't want to waste any of this, we're going to be using that on these. And we're going to see how watercolors work on 10-minute cure. I can tell you right now, you don't want to get it too watery, because it tends to just, you see how it's doing there? That's odd. It's going on so good on some places and not on others. Why? I wonder if it's because I had oil on my hands and it's where I've touched it. Well, I just want to see, so I'm going to put more water. Okay, and then I'm going to dry it. No, I've never done this before, but I figured we'd try to see if it would work. And so that's what I'm doing. And I am adding water because and no, it's not. Huh, that's weird. It's not working really well on these. Now that one is, okay, what is the difference? That is strange. Because that is staying. Huh. Okay, that did stay. So is it going to take more pigmented and less water? We're going to try this. Oh, wow. Because it's working. when you don't have a whole lot of water on here. Really well, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. And then, for an easy peasy, then you could just take wow. Okay. And if you want to get those pieces, you get a small brush and get up in there. I got some gold. I did not want gold, so I'm going to have to put more. Oh, don't ever leave your paint like that either. Your paintbrush. Don't leave your paintbrush in the water like that. That is not good for your brush. I'm just going back over. That is actually very pretty. this part right here, I want it all gold. And that's how easy that is. And if you've missed a spot somewhere, but that's watercolor, y'all. And I'll just spray this down. It's watercolor I had left over. And that is so, so cool. So very cool. And let's just see. Let's just see if I can do this too. Get it all the way down in here. Whoop. Now, I'm not putting a lot of water. You could put acrylic on here too, but it's just what I have out. Now, if you're painting with water, you need a lot more water, okay? If you're with paper, I'm just showing you that you can use watercolors on this too. Maybe a little different than what you do on paper, but it works. And of course, I want green, but let's see if I can get the green I want. I bet I can't. I bet there's not enough. No, there's not enough. So what I'm going to have to do, it was that. So it was this color. And I think this color, or the other color. It wasn't that color. Oh well. We'll go with this. Yeah, see, I got too much water on it. I'll probably add glitter anyway. Okay, that's the back. That's the front. I could add gold. Should I do that? Just add gold all over? Gold rub and buff. Well, that's the gold. Either way, it's really, really pretty. Okay. And we're gonna keep going. We gotta get clean water. That's the only thing. Look at that. Now that's a pretty. Let's look at this color. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. I just want to show you how, before I throw this away. You probably have never had anybody show you how to use your dirty water in your watercolor before. But it was such a pretty color. And once again, I just wipe it off. And it's good to go. And I do need to do this to get the gold off of there. And I am using alcohol for this to get it off the brush. Okay. And we are still not going to clean these palettes off yet. I'm going to put a little bit of water in this, just to pick up if I need a little bit of water after I clean my brush out. And I'm not using a whole lot of water in any of this. Okay. I'm going to try this purple. Now I'm not starting off with white, so it's most definitely going to look different on this background than it would white. It would be much brighter on a white background. But I'm basically just taking the leftovers on my palette to see if I can do this. And if there's places that it does not want to stay, then I'll have to pick up some regular, but we'll use this first because I don't want to waste any of it. Okay. And is that the color? Yeah, okay, that's the color. Thing about watercolors though is it's so easy to paint with them. Well, number one, I am not trying that hard to stay within the lines because I know all I would have to do is take a baby wipe and wipe it off wherever I did not want it. Number two, I know that I'm fixing to go over it with the rub and buff. So it's going to hide any of the stuff on top anyway. But I'm just making sure that I get it in between all the little areas. My phone just went off. I think somebody messaged me. So I may check that to make sure it's not one of y'all, so I can answer you on the video. Oh, and I've got somebody's art. Donna sent me some of the stuff that she's been working on, which I asked you to do in my last video. Donna's the only one that did that, by the way. Kudos, Donna. I'm going to do a shout out to you. And I am going to share that with you through the picture she sent me. The old-fashioned way. No editing. I'm just going to hold my camera up and show I don't do any of this fancy screenshot stuff. I'm just a simple, old-fashioned, down-to-earth. I wouldn't call me a country girl, though. I like the country, but I like the city, too. Okay, I'm going to dry that real quick. Okay. Oh, okay. That was somebody asking me something about Poshmark. Okay, I want to try. And I'm not doing this completely because I am going to add some gold over the top of this too. But I do want to get a little bit of different color in here. And I can cover that up with other things. Okay. Okay. Yep, going through and sort of just doing a little bit of touch up. Here and there. Okay. I'm going to dry that. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with the red. And I'm not doing a real good job of painting either. I don't, oop. I mean, I'm not just slopping it on, but I'm not making sure that it's not over the line or it's, that brown color really shines through that I'm painting on top of, almost like a terracotta. So it's really easy to see the spots. See, that's not covering up good. But most places are, which is weird. Okay, I'm going to dry that. And then I'm going to take my rub and buff. And I'm just going to go over certain parts, not all of it with the gold. Just so you can see the grain. That's quite pretty. I do want these gold up here, so. There you go. Oh, that's quite pretty. Watercolors, leftover watercolors. Okay. That won't come clean that way. Should we do one more? Because I've got to get into, oh. Oh, that's funny. I've got to get into pouring these molds too. I want to show you what I'm getting off. And I'm using alcohol with these because that isn't oil-based. Water will not do it. But now, if you get a baby wipe, and then just get some alcohol on there and do this. You see how it's coming off? And that will clean your brush. But I do like to dilute it because the baby wipe has got some liquid in it. Yeah, that has a lot in it, but see it? It takes it out. It takes it off. So that is a way of just very quickly getting your brushes with rub and buff or anything oil-based on there, off of there, without having to soak them or anything. Okay. Now I am going to go in here. We are going to change the water again. I have not been using... Okay, I want to show you. See, we're using the dirty water to paint a picture over here. And no, this was not planned, just to let you know. It was not planned, but I think it's so cool. Sorry you can't see me, but and I am sort of, yeah. And we'll add a little bit right in there, and a little bit on the edge. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll see what it looks like at the end using our dirty water. Oh, this is so funny. I know, none of this was planned. I don't ever pre-plan or pre-script I just don't. And I want you to see just a paper towel. Okay, so we have this one. Now this is white, so this is the first white one we're going to be using. Oh, and I need to get more water. Let's put this one up somewhere where it can't get wet. I've got to wipe that out a little bit better. See, the plastic does not clean out as well. And the reason why I'm doing this is I want to show you this stuff setting on here the same length of time that this is setting. Okay. Here we go. What colors? That's going to be gold right there. Those are little berries, so those are going to be red. That's green. Gonna do a yellow bow? I know. It's not going to stay on here. But I want to use what I've got, and I think doing this It actually gives it a different color. A variation, should I say, of color. And I don't want to get that yellow. Okay, let's just get a little bit of that. And we'll start really painting this now. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's a bright yellow. So we're going to dry this. Okay. We're going to put a grain, but I don't want just that kind of grain. Sorry. Oh Lord, I hope this video is not where I'm over there all the time. It's hard enough trying to paint, holding it up in the air anyway. Yeah, that's okay. I know I'm getting it all over the place. And I don't care. You're probably thinking, oh wow, Beth. You know it's not going to look like this when I get done with it, right? That's the wonderful thing about watercolor, because you can most definitely get it off of there if you don't want it there. Without much trouble. Okay. Then I want a little bit of red to go on the berries. And again, I got some red where I did not want it. Okay. Okay, let me dry it. Okay, and now we're going to go in and get some other color. Now let's just go with the traditional. Okay. We're going to go with the traditional red, but I'm going to make sure that I've got it. I go in and load my paintbrush up with green. Okay, let's try this real quick. I want to remind you, this is watercolor, y'all. And I'm doing this on 2-minute cure polyurethane. Once again, I'm going to come in here and load my brush up. And I'm just using a basic round. I don't know what the number is. It's a number 5 round. Yep. Yep, I got that wave in it. That's okay. Okay, once again, we're going to get in here and fill up the green again. Okay. That's not straight. That's okay. That's what happens when it's hand painted. I'm going to go back to the sides and make sure. Go back in with the green. I really like that actually. Okay. We're going to dry that. Okay, and then once again, we're going to use some rub and buff. Okay. I want that to be totally gold up here. But I don't want that to be totally gold, so I'm taking a Q-tip with some alcohol. And I'm removing where I don't want the gold. Okay. And it needs something else. So, I think what we're going to do, not that one. Whoa. Oh my, I hit it again. I'm doing this, trying to get... There it goes. Okay, since I started the line, I'm going to go with that. And we got to keep the theme going, right? And I don't like that gold on the yellow as much because it makes it look dirty. So I'm going back in. To brighten up that yellow. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. So just hang on a minute. It's the bow that's throwing me, I think. I don't like the bow. Okay, here we go. I just don't like the bow. I may not like this either, but I definitely don't like the yellow bow. Spending way too much time on this one. And it's the one that I dislike the most. See, I should have just did it simple like I did the other ones, but no. I had to try to get fancy and see what happens. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me put the lid back on that. Let's try this. Okay, and we're going to put a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe I can do it around the edges that way. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay. Oh no. Well, at least it comes off. good enough. Now this is going to have to be sealed. As you can see, thankfully I'm still able to get the stuff off of there. Okay, I do have to go back and fix a couple of these white dots. But that's okay. Okay. So there's that one. And I think we're going to stop at that one because I'm already at 2 hours and 19 minutes and I've not even poured the molds yet. Okay, this is all done with Lightwish watercolor paints on the 10-minute cure polyurethane resin. Those are the ornaments that I did, and I love every one of them. It has more of a whimsical, you can most definitely tell that was hand painted, but these were, yes. All day long, yes. Oh, and we can't forget this picture. We've got to finish this picture with the dirty water. So, this is what I've got so far. So, let's see what I can do with what is left with the dirty water. I don't know if I can do anything or not, but we're gonna play around and see what happens here. Okay, well, that's my watercolor. What do you think it looks like? That is painted by dirty water. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. I think I'm going to have to start trying to do that. Okay, I'm going to get this all cleaned up, and then I'll be back, and we're going to pour some molds. Okay, I did not clean this up because I showed you that I would show you how easy it was. Now, this is the little travel kit that they sent me with the paints that we've been using this whole time, which I've actually had so much fun doing. And yes, I know the video, I probably should end the video now. and then do another one with the molds is probably what I should do. But I've already told you at the beginning that I was going to do the molds. This is a baby wipe. Now this is going to be a little bit harder to clean because does this just come out? That would make it nice if that came out. Yeah, so that does just come out, which makes it a lot nicer to clean it off. And again, this is just a baby wipe I've got, and just one so far. Then I'm going to take a pair. You see how there's a little bit of yellow? I'm going to take another clean baby wipe. And no, that yellow sort of stained the plastic, which it always will. Okay, any plastic item, if you leave paint on there for any length of time. Thankfully, the green did not. Oh, I forgot about this side. And it's the yellows that are going to stain. So maybe if you're going to do yellows on plastic, get them off of there as quickly as possible. Because yeah, it's definitely going to be the yellows that stain. Nothing else did. Even the red. The yellow is the one that did it. But even that is how easy peasy. My paints and everything I need is in this little bitty thing. I love this. I do. I just think it's awesome. Okay. And then this right here, that was the dirty water. Oop. And I'm getting paper towels. And that's it. Now, I'm going to spray some clean water in it because I want to make sure. And I'm going to get another paper towel. And I got cheap paper towels down here, y'all. I don't know what they're, but they're cheap. They're not like my Vivas or Bounties. It's just so easy to get that clean. And that is so nice. Okay. And then we have this one, another. I got a baby wipe. And normally I wouldn't be doing this. Normally I would keep these and I would use these paints over and over again because this is actually a waste. I could have done probably 10 little miniature pictures with the paint that I had on this palette. But I want to show you the difference of using something glazed, something ceramic versus a plastic. That is just so easy. Yeah, making sure that I got the sides. And I didn't even use this. Did I? No, I just splattered paint, but I didn't use it. I didn't set my brush down long enough to use it. But there's that set, and it's wonderful. So, it's Lightwish, y'all. And you don't have to use this for watercolors. This can be used for acrylics also. And actually oil, if you wanted to use a little bit of oil. Of course, you don't use water for oil. But you could wipe it off fairly easy. And that right there, I don't know if I showed you that or not, and I really need to clean my brush out because I did not do that yet. So we'll put a little bit of water here and I'll show you. Yeah, you see the paint that was in there? I try to take care of my watercolor brushes, y'all. I don't use them for anything but watercolors because I spend a lot more money on these brushes than I do. That's what that's for. I don't know. Oh, that works too right there. To keep your brush, anything to keep your brush from setting in water. And that, I think that's what that is for actually. Because it fits perfectly. And I always take, and that's always good to do with any of your brushes. Now I got some brushes that you see me, but those are so old and I use them for anything and everything. Okay. I will definitely use this a bunch. And let us not forget my fabulous watercolor I did with dirty water. Every time I changed the water. These were the different tones of color that I got, and it created a picture. What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments. Okay, I am really torn because this video is 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm wondering how many of y'all would be so disappointed if I didn't do the molds and I did that in another video. And I think that's what I'm going to do because I did these, and I think Lightwish deserves its own video. I really do. This is watercolor, and what I will do now, if I don't seal these, now I'm going to let these set for 24 hours. And then the way I'm going to seal them, because I don't want them to be shiny. I love them just the way they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put wax on them, y'all. Wax waterproofs. Wax waterproofs. So I'm going to let them set for 24 hours, and then I'm going to apply a coat of wax over them. And you know the wax that I use. My favorite is this one, Setting Stone. That is my favorite wax. But I also have the Clark. This one smells more lemony. This one smells orange lemon. And I love the smell of both of them. And as you can tell, I've used both of them. I also use this to make my own rub and buff, y'all. So, and yeah, I'm almost out. But no, I'm not almost out because this would last me a long, long time. And if I was to do this right now on that, I think it would rub it off. And I don't want to do that. I want to give it a really good chance to dry out. I know this works because I've done it before, so I can't show that to you right now. But we'll do this tomorrow on tomorrow's video when I do when I pour these three. How about that? And this is going to come out on Saturday. And so this will be on Sunday. So you'll get two videos this weekend. Alrighty. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor. I know it's a watercolor video, but it's not your normal watercolor video. I did a review on Lightwish. Their products are great. I colored 10-minute cure resin ornaments. It's outside of the box. It works. They're very pretty. You can get some really cool looks by using watercolor. You have to play. You have to experiment, and that is half the fun of doing arts and crafts. And if you've got a piece of paper that you want to just throw your dirty water on, have fun with it. Just see what happens. Y'all have a great weekend, and thank you so much for watching. Oh, hit that like button, thumbs up. It's going to be real important in this video, because normally my watercolor videos don't do that. They're like I don't know. So do me a favor, hype this one, share this one, like this one, subscribe if you haven't, make YouTube, throw it out there in the algorithm. Just make them do it. Just let it go viral. No, I don't care anything about a viral video, but I would love to see this video do as well as all my other videos. That would make me a happy person. Thank you again for all your support. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.